I'm still waiting for that crypto payday for when I get recognized by crypto.com and then see it
Oh
says Staples Center and
God,
so. Hi everyone, welcome to the Kind of Late Show. I am your host, Terence, and let this be the hour where we draw swords together. Today we mark the beginning of season 2 of the Kind of Late Show, which is meaningless in our operations, but meaningful in title only. So, as we mark the beginning of season 2, we will mark a new direction for the show. Tonight, I say we must move forward, not backward, upward, not forward, and always twirling, twirling, twirling toward freedom. We have our usual guest and friend of the show tonight, the good old Jordan.
yo, that was something. Yeah, all positions.
All positions,
Yeah, I can move all positions.
everywhere.
Pause on that. Drawing swords together too. No homo.
I mean, it's more of like a battle cry for revolution, or not revolution, but standing up for.
That's what you mean.
It's from Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
It's what Theoden says right before they all charge out and take out the fucking Urukai attacking Helm's Deep. Yeah, more Lord of the Rings shit.
nerd.
Yeah. I've been rewatching the series lately. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. This is the better movie trilogy. Everyone wants to argue what's the best movie trilogy. It's the Lord of the Rings trilogy. I'm saying it right here, right now. Lord of the Rings trilogy is the best movie trilogy. It's the movie that has the most consistent tone, and it's just fucking epic. Like, don't know, I love Star Wars. I love science fiction.
It's not even really a trilogy anymore. You can't really say.
No, because The Hobbit's not really.
I guess.
The Hobbit's a
No, I'm
different.
talking about Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Star Wars. Yeah, no, it's because you can divide it up into three trilogies. And at the end of the day, all three of those trilogies will have arguments and disputes in them. But the Lord of the Rings trilogy is just one constant epic.
Yeah.
It's a complete same tone of every movie. If you're arguing like over which movie's better, you're arguing over like which one you like more. You're not having the honest conversation about what filmmakers were better, what scripts were better.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the arguments are in Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
Lord of the Rings is just, and again, I grew up a Star Wars fan. I fucking, I don't think I was ever a Star Wars character for Halloween. I feel like that's one of the ultimate like levels of your fandom.
I was Darth Vader.
Oh yeah, I have a Darth Vader mask. I've lazily been Vader for Halloween.
I feel like a lot of people have been Darth Vader before.
Yeah, I've lazily been Vader. Oh man, I totally forgot to change my shirt. This episode's not brought to you by In-N-Out, but I did eat there earlier.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as a mark of season 2, we have cards and everything. This stack is actually much larger than the amount of topics in it.
Big changes.
It's a big boy show now.
It's big boy, yeah.
We did some color correction, so it looks terrible, but I'll fix it as, things go past. The saturation's a little high, but
they don't know that.
Well,
maybe they do.
I mean, some people will be able to tell.
Yeah, whatever.
Like nerds will be able to tell.
Fucking audio-visual nerds.
Right, AV nerds.
Disgusting.
Have you seen the Batman yet? I should have asked you before.
Yeah.
You saw it? You finally saw it?
I've seen it. I definitely need to rewatch it because it's a lot of movie.
Yeah, it's a long movie.
It's a lot of movie.
What did you think of the car chase? I feel like a lot of people are overselling it. I think it's like one of the worst car chases ever put to film. And I need that out there I need that opinion out there on the internet because it was like, oh my god, it's so great, and
I mean, what happens is great, but
well, like what does happen?
Like what? You're talking about the one with the penguin, right?
Yeah. they could just get stopped by traffic. That's the biggest
Yeah,
obstacle in the whole fight is them like,
yeah.
oh no, a car
Just
better hit.
that big fireball. I guess he's like, I got you, I got you. I guess
Yeah, but
that
it's just
people
the
love
big
that. I guess
explosion
people
at
just
the
like, yeah. I
end,
think
and
people just love that part.
yeah, and I feel like so many movie chases are better. Any chase from Terminator, that's one of like the big things that like Terminator is known for, is the chases. The
Hmm.
what is it? The aqueduct river chase where they drive the
Yeah,
truck and he's chasing John
yeah,
Connor on the motorcycle and
yeah.
Schwarzenegger's just sitting there doing the rolling reload on the pump on the what is it? It's not a pump action. It's a what is it? Lever action. Either way,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
cool.
Now I think about it, yeah, it was kind of
It's just a little underwhelming. Like I was rewatching the movie on HBO Max. I was like, all right, movie's great. And then it came to the chase, and I was like, this is I'm gonna go get something to
yeah. This is the
drink.
pee break right there.
Yeah. It also doesn't help like it's
Mm,
raining the whole movie.
yeah, I
So
was watching what's that movie? The Ryan Reynolds movie that's on Netflix, six something.
oh, was the Adam Project or
No, no, not that one. It's Michael Bay directed it. I forget the name. It has the number six in it.
oh I think I know what movie you're talking about.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a stacked cast, right?
yeah, yeah. And then the beginning, yeah, there's a car chase in there. That car chase was awesome as hell. Fucking the driver's Dave Franco, and he ends up dying
All
in
right,
the
I
beginning.
gotta check. I've been
Yeah,
ignoring Netflix for a while
yeah.
now,
Me
so
too. I've been
like yeah.
but yeah, I was hanging out with one of my side boo, and she wanted to watch it, and she already watched it before, but she said I should watch it, and I did, and it was pretty good.
Hey, I'm always down for if you think of fun movies.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, back to that car chase was
Which
amazing.
again, it's a Michael Bay movie, so I
Yeah.
mean,
Oh yeah, unnecessary
yeah,
explosions like everywhere. Is like what?
yeah. I mean, I haven't seen Ambulance, but I'd imagine that's a pretty intense car
Oh
chase.
yeah,
Like the whole movie is a car chase. So
yeah, that came out
I
already.
think so. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's still in theaters. Yeah, I don't know. I'm like only paying attention to like Doctor Strange. That's all I'm like
Oh yeah, that's
looking
good.
forward to, and I'm like so distraught because we're doing all that wrestling stuff over the weekend.
Yeah, and it's freaking Mother's Day.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, I gotta make time for.
Yeah, and it's backlash.
Yeah, yeah. It's a
I'm gonna have to miss backlash because of freaking Mother's Day.
yeah. It's gonna. I'm gonna be an asshole, and even if like I go somewhere with my mom, I'm gonna like sit there and watch Backlash on my phone the whole time
Yeah,
on Peacock.
maybe I could pull that off, or just be like, man, because there ain't no way I'm gonna be scrolling through Twitter and these spoilers, or because I'm gonna be bored at my mom's house eventually. But no matter how drunk I get, oh Easter I got so drunk, it was bad. It's the worst hangover I've had.
I was sick on Easter.
It sucks. I was like with you with the headaches. If you had headaches, or you just had the chills.
On Sunday, no Sunday. By then, I was just kind of like. No, Sunday I was just like tired.
Mm.
Again, it didn't like
Yeah.
get me
I'm,
too bad.
I
Again,
mean,
there was a recent reoccurrence outbreak of the hidden enemy over here in the SoCal area. Nothing too bad. I don't like it's not bodying anyone,
yeah. I think it
but
was from because I also hung out with Sean that on Friday that Easter weekend. I drank a lot. He was doing a little art installment, and from what I remember, I definitely puked. Drank a lot of whiskey. We went to freaking what's that place called? Tower Pizza. I ate a pizza, drank more whiskey, had a beer there, and then I threw up my pizza, and then went to the art show.
nice,
Yeah,
good times.
it was good times.
Yeah, I have like this. I have a dumb again. This I'm just saying all this to get it out there. I have a dumb fan theory that the Batman is actually Superman in disguise because like he takes all that shit to the like a bunch of bullets to the face. He gets an explosion to the face.
It's
And it's not like he's like just like, oh man, I'm going through it like like I'm Bale man.
Yeah.
He's full, or like even Ben Affleck reacted to like when he got shot in the head, like
Mm.
because he has an armored mask.
Yeah.
But this one's just straight up like, no, I'm just gonna take straight rifle fire and walk through it.
He knows he has confidence in his technology in his suit. That's what he wants.
I don't know. I think it's Superman in disguise. The real Bruce Wayne's dead, and Superman took up his mission. He was like, you know what? This inspires me. It's a bullshit fan theory.
I don't know. I don't think Superman's really not that emotional, and this Batman was pretty 90s grunge teen emotional.
Well, yeah, it was him getting like all like, well, my parents,
My parents are dead.
What'd you do?
Yeah, exactly. So he's very emotional.
I
Spider.
I love that
Spider
after
Batman.
so many media products have having like Falcone as his name, we finally got the movie where yes, there everyone said his name the way you read it. It's like, oh, it's Falcone.
Yeah, I know.
It threw me off the whole movie,
Yeah.
and like, I don't know. It was it just threw me off the whole movie because it's like we had a whole other movie where they were talking about Falcone, and we had a whole animated movie where they were talking about Falcone, and I don't remember the early episodes of the animated series that well.
Me neither.
So
Falcone.
I mean, that when you like, if you're an ignorant comic reader like I was back in the day, like that's the way I read it. I'd be like, oh, Falcone. Even like,
That's how it's spelled.
yeah. Even like before I even saw Batman Begins, I think I played the video game, and I think they said Falcone in the video game because it was obviously voice actors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're reading it.
Yeah. So then come the movie, it's like, oh, Falcone. Oh, I'm an idiot.
Yeah, can we all just say Falcone now?
It's just our classic. Oh, hey, it's oh no, it's probably from. Yep. Yep. You can't listen to your song right now, Ryan. We're in the middle of an episode.
Yeah, like I just got the text too.
What
What does he think this is? Or he probably doesn't even know we're doing this right now.
You know. So I've been well, one of the things I did while I was sick was well, no, technically I had started it before I was sick, and then I finished it while I was sick, which was I started rewatching all the Harry Potter movies.
Mm-hmm.
Just cause there's a game coming out in November, Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm actually pretty excited for it because there's like there's been good Harry Potter again. Like I straight up remember like the Harry Potter and Prisoner of Azkaban game for Xbox being like really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
And I've even been watching this dude do like a playthrough of, and he's like, yeah, this game's actually a pretty solid video game in terms of if it wasn't so glitchy.
It should just be scary too.
Yeah,
It's scary.
and that's what. Yeah, and that's what. Well, again, we've been going to Universal, so
Yeah.
we're like, oh, we got some Harry Potter
Harry
hype.
Potter
So
is like kind of a Halloween movie.
it's also kind of a
Like
Christmas movie.
Yeah, I was gonna
because
say,
there's
I've been telling people because they do celebrate Christmas in that.
yeah, pagan holiday,
Yeah.
the witches.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was rewatching the series and again enjoying it because the movies are generally pretty solid, and I read like the first half of each book. I never read the books all the way through because I just wasn't a reader at the time.
I read the first 3 all the way through, and then they just started getting bigger.
And
This is
you're like, I ain't trying to do
that's,
this.
that's a lot of book. I'm never gonna finish this.
So I'll skim it.
It's like these books are getting bigger, and school's getting harder. When I'm gonna have time to read these books?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep saying Harry Potter. So I started rewatching the series, enjoying it, and then I was like, okay, well, I still kind of have this because after I finished the series, I had like that feeling after you finish binging a series, and you're like, okay, well, I kind of feel like I want more, but I don't know where to get it. And then I was like, oh wait, there's the Fantastic Beast movies. So I started the Fantastic Beast movies because they're on HBO Max. Wound up thinking the first one was pretty solid.
Mm-hmm.
I watched the second one the next day because I watched a bunch of like because I'll also watch like pitch meeting stuff
Mhm.
and like honest trailers, kind of like
Yeah.
critique,
Yeah.
comedic critique stuff of
Yeah.
movies because I'm
Mhm.
just a cinephile. So I said it again. It's word filler. So there I was after seeing Fantastic Beast 2, and I still haven't gone to see Fantastic Beast 3, which is still in theaters right now.
Goddamn.
Which everyone keeps saying that the movies are getting progressively worse. And there's like, yeah, and like I wound up getting I made the mistake of looking up something about the Harry Potter lore, and it led me to a Reddit thread.
Oh.
And I have the Reddit app, and I don't, want to make it very, I do not like scrolling through Reddit. I forgot why I downloaded the app.
Sometimes it feels like you need it for for
Yeah.
random things. You're like, damn, I need ready for this.
Well, and that's just it. Is the only reason I ever use it for is like video game community stuff. Like I don't even have an account to like
Yeah.
post stuff. I'll just like, okay, well, there's community stuff happening. I'll read up on it because
Mhm.
there's people talking about it on the Reddit.
Yeah.
And that's generally what I use it for is the video game community. Like I
Mhm.
think the only two no, there's three active video game communities I'll follow on Reddit, and that's Halo, Red Dead, and Grand Theft Auto. And I was following, and Red Dead was the first one I was following.
Mhm.
So then, well, either way, it led me to the Harry Potter Reddit, and now I'm getting like phone notifications for like, oh, here's some fandom stuff, and it's like, oh my god, I don't fucking care. I just wanted to look up one thing once,
Just like, geez, I just look at one thing and
and then
then.
it's one of those things that you just reminds you like, oh, it doesn't matter what fandom it is, it's all toxic. Because even like the Harry Potter fan, like everyone can say, oh, well, like the Star Wars toxic fandom is toxic because it's all males. The Harry Potter fandom is it's majority female, and it's still just as toxic.
I
There was
mean,
the
shit.
whole,
There's a lot of chicks love fucking Star Wars too. It's not all male.
yeah, no, yeah, again, I'd still
Yeah.
say it's on Star Wars though, it's probably still like a 70-30. And on Harry Potter, I'd say it's probably more fairly like a 60-40. Because there's dudes that like Harry Potter.
It might be quite.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
my cousin read all the
Why
books. I
would?
just
Yeah.
sat there and watched all the movies.
Yeah. Why? Yeah. Why wouldn't there be? It should
Yeah.
be like. Yeah. I think it's just
I mean,
like
it's
it
a
might be 60-40 like on Star Wars too. I don't know. There's this bar in Hollywood called Scum and Villainy.
oh
It's
yeah,
supposed
you've talked
to.
about it
Yeah.
before. Yeah,
Yeah.
little cantina type thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm saying, yeah, just a lot of it's a mixed crowd. A lot of people pull up. It's not just Star Wars. It's just pretty much. I think it's just
I
all
think I think I'm talking about like in
Disney.
terms of like hard fandom though,
Oh,
like the people
hardcore.
that like
Yeah.
know all the lore and shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess so. Yeah.
And even there's the argument right now being in all these in the geek and we'll call it geek circles of they need to be gatekeeping more because there's people that are getting into lazily getting into fandoms because like the movies and streaming stuff.
I guess you guys want to just
Well,
be.
and at the end of the day, like all the hardcore stuff they're doing is anyone that's getting into this stuff lazily that's gonna take the hardcore path is gonna be the ones that they're meeting at these conventions
Yeah.
and at
like,
all these like tape
yeah.
tournaments
These
for
people
card
lazily
games.
jumping in are not gonna go show up to those
Yeah.
conventions and everything. Like.
Yeah, the moviegoer that thinks, oh, I just like Thor because Chris Hemsworth hot. They're not the one going to Comic Con.
Yeah.
So
Because like Chris Hemmer's not even gonna be there. It's
Yeah.
gonna be some- yeah.
well, back in the day he might have been there,
Mm,
but
yeah.
again, it's not like
would
Comic Con
be-
was getting flooded by people that aren't actually gonna
Yeah.
pick up a comic book or like take the
Yeah.
time to
I
actually.
feel like most people who do get in like just kind of half-assed with the fandom. They know they're aware that I'm not gonna go to that. I'm not that big of a fan, or I'm not gonna bear my.
No, and I've heard the
Yeah.
statement. Oh no, I just like those movies
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
and that's good. Oh, it's
It's definitely
that's a thing that appeals to women too. I just like watching
Yeah.
this thing because the guys are
And
hot.
yeah, that's okay. There's no reason to like make people feel bad for liking, something, and then you go just quiz them on, or you're gonna straight up just like name three characters or something or whatever. Just pull up. just let people enjoy it. Just like be happy someone likes something that you like. They're probably not as big as a fan as you, but there's no reason. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you
there's
said, they're gonna pull up to the secret stuff that you know about and all that. They're not gonna just gentrify
yeah,
your
yeah, exactly.
like you
It's
relax.
like the hardcore community is still gonna at its heart remain hardcore. Like even if that person that you
Yeah.
think is gonna gentrify your nerd community,
Yeah.
they're gonna get so hard into it where they're probably gonna wind up agreeing with you.
Exactly. Be exactly like you just
To
be
the
one of you eventually if
there
they're
to
really
the
that into it.
there'll be the point where like, yeah, I think they did fuck up with the Amazon Lord of the Rings, even if that's what got him into Lord of the Rings, because that's the way fandom works. I mean, the first when I decided to hardcore get into Gundam, I started on Gundam Wing, which Gundam Wing was the first series to be localized here in the U.S. on Adult Swim, or it was Toonami at the time. So that series is a landmark series for Gundam for all Gundam fans. It's fucking terrible, but like it's laughably bad. But and you've seen a few Gundam series where you kind of recognize the tropes, and like this is like it is just
I mean, like early '90s.
exactly
Anime is
it's
super,
early 90s. It's
super
90s edgelord
corny.
anime.
It's very primitive. It was just a different time. That's why it gets a pass.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's definitely like
absolute classic. You should all watch Gundam. Any Gundam, doesn't matter.
it's definitely all that stuff is really not that good compared to what we have now.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, so anime's definitely progressed since
I'd say I'm I'd say we peaked at Naruto. I don't know. Iron Blooded Orphans was really good, and that was after Naruto ended.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, Iron Blooded Orphans was really good. Watch Gundam. I got a little guy right here. It's Core Gundam. It's my RX-78 custom Core Gundam. I'm the only one that has one, to my knowledge.
It's like if you want something hardcore, Iron Blooded Orphans. If you want something a little more cartoony and
Build Fighters, Build Divers.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
that one's good too. That one's kind of like the Pokemon.
Yeah, it is so good.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this was the whole reason I was bringing up the whole me watching Harry Potter. I wound up realizing there's the whole thing where like people are at war with J.K. Rowling right now because she's the whole turf and all this stuff. So I'm just looking past all that and realizing why she's actually a bad writer. Voldemort is a fucking moron. Voldemort split his soul into 7 pieces, the Horcrux, all that stuff. And again, the Harry Potter one he didn't know about, so whatever. He hid them all in the fucking UK.
Idiot.
They had the power to teleport, and Voldemort is like, no, I'm going to leave them all in the same fucking country. Like, I'm going to leave 6 pieces of my soul all in, the same fucking country. Like, it sounds fucking retarded. Like, he's so stupid.
Yeah, it's just
the whole fucking planet, you can teleport.
And not even just, not even really just all over the UK. It's just England. Just not Ireland, just like any other Wales, just straight
Well,
up.
I'm a little ignorant on that, so I don't want to say how much, like where because there might have been Wales or England, because I think even Hogwarts is technically in Scotland or some shit.
Okay, all right, never mind.
Yeah,
I'll take that back.
that's why I'm saying the UK. But again,
it is
the United Kingdom's still just the country that's
loyalty to
to
the crown.
It's absurd. Yeah.
It's and it's like they're fucking wizards and witches. It seems like they don't even like England and care for it that much. They're just born there.
Yeah.
They're just from there.
So I had to point out, I'm like, I think this, like, Voldemort is as much as he's regarded as like one of the best bad guys ever. It's like, no, he's terrible. He's fucking stupid. It's like I would have like hidden that shit like the bottom of the Marianas Trench.
It's all fucking like a train ride to each fucking destination.
Right.
Yeah, literally just like it's like across.
Better just hike across the English fucking
it's
countryside.
the backpacking tour to all these.
Right.
Fucking,
And like again, like
Euro trip.
English, I like people would say Americans have a really bad idea of geography. English people are like scared of geography. I read this thread once online. I forgot where it was. It's probably Reddit. It might have been like a YouTube video reviewing a Reddit thread, but someone was talking about how distances and driving in America, and it was that's what it was. It was the UK. It was people from across the pond. What's it like when what are the weird things that are normalized in the states that are, and it's like driving distances. People will drive 45 minutes to work, and there's people in the UK where it's like, well, like our parents moved like
I've heard about
45,
this.
yeah, like people
Yeah.
will move 45 minutes away, and it's like they'll see them once a year, and it's like,
Yeah.
what? I used to
Mom.
drive with my dad an hour and a half to work
Yeah, like
every day.
45 minutes. That's just like, all right, that's not too bad,
And he did that
That's
longer
no
than I did.
excuse.
I
It's
only
no
worked with him for
excuse. Yeah,
like
45
3 or
minutes
4
is
years.
not an excuse. If I can't believe their parents will accept that as an excuse.
Yeah, and they'll be like, oh,
Everyone
my God,
understands.
45 minutes. That's such a drive. It's like,
It's like, what? That's good timing right there.
that's just a 45-minute drive.
Yeah, like
That's under an hour.
and,
I
and just compared to LA.
it takes 45 minutes to go 2 miles.
Yeah. Oh God.
I mean, on certain days and certain hours.
So, fucking don't even get me started. But I went to fucking
Yeah, that's one of the whole tenets of the show now is now I'm a heel. So everyone is actually is everyone that's watching the show that's not from LA is actually very unfortunate.
yeah.
And we are actually more fortunate than them because we were born here in California.
Yeah.
So I just feel sorry for everyone that's just not born under the sun.
I feel sorry for people who moved to LA and then hate it and then I don't know, can't go back to wherever.
I feel sorry for
came
people
from.
that move to LA and think they're from LA.
Yeah.
That's embarrassing.
I feel sorry for people who move to LA and then just say everyone's fake and
Say everyone's not fake. They're just real.
Yeah, or just they just have some kind of like grudge against I don't know the way we are. I don't know. It's just the people we are. They're probably just talking to other transplants that they met in LA. Who knows?
I mean, I don't know. I'm pretty fake.
Mm.
This isn't my real nose. These aren't my teeth.
Right.
These are
hair implants.
Yeah, these are hair implants.
It's
This
LA.
isn't my real hair.
That's LA for you.
Yeah. This isn't my real shirt. These aren't my real nipples.
Goddamn.
That's complete mental breakdown.
Why would like a guy get like nipple implants?
I've heard about like guys getting their nipples removed. Did you ever like the story of like the
I'm like
you believe it's believable, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
They're useless.
Yeah, I guess so. For many, yeah, they are useless.
Ken doll.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the whole crux of like why they actually did it was they wanted to look like they wanted to have that type of physical. There's people that are like mental and like
want to look like Barbies.
Yeah, I've heard like more than a few stories over the years of that type of.
I see. All people in LA are not that like that.
Yeah, I don't think that's just. I mean, yeah, because even what Miami has a big big plastic surgery scene right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, LA, it's just Botox for MILFs.
Yeah, MILFs and Armenians.
Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing.
Of all ages.
Keep doing what you're doing. Looking good.
And that's just like one part of LA.
Yeah.
But that's true. Yeah, fuck everyone. Fuck everyone who's not in LA.
And fuck everyone who wasn't born in LA.
Oh yeah, that too.
Like that's because and that's not me saying fuck. That was God that said fuck all of them. Like, imagine like I couldn't like no matter where even if I move away, I get to say I was born in LA. Like I wasn't born in the city. I was born in the fucking county though, and.
Yeah, it's literally just like right over
Like
there.
I was born in the San Gabriel Valley, and if the San Gabriel Mission was not there, there would be no city of Los Angeles.
Mm.
So I mean, like,
It is what it is.
I was blessed. Everyone else that wasn't born here was just.
I know, and I used to work with people from Indiana, and then it was their like it was it was a status symbol if you like you made it to LA. It was like you made it to LA. You must be doing great.
It's like, you know what? Well, guess I was fucking born here.
Yeah, you go back home. You're like a celebrity, and it's like wow. It's like what the fuck? I was like, I was born here.
That's for like
it's
for
not even
like when
not
like
even that serious.
when like foreigners have like cousins that live in America. It's like, and
Yeah.
they're like rock stars because they're Americans.
Yeah, it is like that. But it's like you're from some rinky-dink town in the Midwest. You move to LA. You're a big shot now. Too good for everyone. And so I'm like, all right. And you seem like just regular dude. Probably he's gonna be moving back soon. No one really lasts. At least like the people I was working with.
And we even talked about that in the last episode of or the season finale, where
Yeah.
living in LA, how it is it's hard work.
Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah.
But there's also a lot of fun. You just casually run into celebrities.
Oh yeah, you have like a bunch of casual run celebrity stories.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah,
literally.
you just like.
Yeah, just fucking met Theophilus London last night. Told him I was a big fan. I've been a big fan of him for a while now. I said, hey, you remember that show that you're on? This guy cooked you a steak. It's like, oh, you mean Dinner with the Band? Yeah, Dinner with the Band. That's how I found you. I've been a fan ever since. He's like, oh, really stroked his ego. Like, thank you for following me through this journey. I'm gonna be dropping more music like I was back in the day. I'm like, all right, cool, love it. Freaking roasted me. He said my phone is from the '90s. I was like, nice, it's true. I'm broke. My phone is old.
You still have a touchscreen. It's like, that's a phone from the '90s, bro.
It's like that's impossible. But yeah, I get it. My phone's old.
Oh man, that's great.
But yeah, you just casually running. See, and that wasn't even. I didn't even go to that party to see him. That's the thing. I went to see another artist that I'm a fan of. Fucking, I went to see Tisa Korean. He's some rapper. He's from Houston, and he just makes makes a lot of party music, and his delivery is like unique because I don't know, he does his things with his voice that I don't know. It's weird at first, but you get into it. I think a lot of artists are doing weird stuff with their voices now. But yeah, there was him, Tisa Korean, and
maybe that's the future music, like we were talking about with all like the voice. Because even
people are trying different things with their voices.
Because even like on I don't have it up right now. Random Access Memories, Instant Crush, one of my favorite songs off the album. It's Julian Casablancas of The Strokes, but it does not sound like him because he has his voice, through
doing
how many
weird
filters.
Oh, okay, he's doing filters. No, this person is like using his voice, like making it deep on purpose by himself. No.
Okay, not quite screamo.
Yeah,
but
kind of like growling and like making it deeper. And stuff,
all right, that's cool. It's nice to see that kind of
yeah,
vocal range happening again in music.
Very experimental, and he's been doing it for years. He's just running with it, and it works. And it's really just like party music. He just talks about going to the club and partying, and he does these dances. He's like.
I'm glad we're talking about music again on the show because
if anyone's ever heard of him, he's like Soulja Boy, but better. And that might be blasphemous to all the Soulja Boy fans, but
as you
I
saw
don't care.
earlier, we were drinking good old Heine's. We are now drinking good old Fat Up Before. I did a whole promo and everything because I was wasted on Mania.
Mm-hmm.
The Broken Skull, Steve Austin's American Lager.
Clink.
It's a clink.
Clink.
on WrestleMania, I was like hammered, and I was totally doing a Vince McMahon. If you're not drinking this beer, you're not living life. This is the best fucking beer.
I told him. I just remembered that.
Yeah, I wasn't able to clip it from for some reason I couldn't like clip it off the live stream, so
Okay.
that's why I like kind of wanted to redo it now
Mhm.
so I could clip it.
Yeah, they cracked open a bunch of these that night.
Yeah, no,
It was
yeah.
good, and I don't really be drinking lagers like that. Other than what's that? Is Heineken a lager? Yeah, it's a lager. I like Heineken's. That's all the basic.
I recently watched a little online video about how basically how beer essentially led to like civilization
Mm.
because it was the cultivation. It was because they didn't actually make a lot of as much bread as like we think they did at the time. Because like we hear all these, oh well, they were growing wheat. It's like, well, they were growing wheat, so they had a constant source for barley, so that they could make beer.
What's for bread?
Yeah, because we here in the 21st century have zero concept of how often people were drinking alcoholic beverages before prohibition, and like I've watched a video from like this dude. He's I don't even remember the channel right now. I feel really bad, but all his channel is just making drinks. So he's he's a bartender. Dude sits there and makes all these badass drinks, and he'll make fictional drinks from like movies and shit.
Yeah.
So he talked about how basically before prohibition, you again we didn't have like clean water till after the age of industry. So alcohol was actually a very heavily consumed beverage just because they didn't have clean water.
Yeah, wow.
So people were always just constantly drunk anyways because they were just drinking more because they didn't have clean water to make every fucking drink we have now.
It's just like it's making me more dehydrated, but at least I'm not feeling thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I think
Wild.
even the milk they drink was different than the milk we drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even drink milk. I think milk's disgusting.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
I mean, like I'll still have like a milkshake. So
Yeah, there's certain things with milk. I'll have some like some cheese.
we've reached this point.
Oh.
Depp versus Heard.
Ooh.
The hottest topic in Hollywood right now.
Yeah. Well,
still hit it. I'd still hit it.
Even if she shit in your bed.
Yeah. I'd make her clean it up. That's what she needs. Is she needs someone to set her straight, like.
Yeah.
And not like and without abuse, like there's a way to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like I bet you, like you know what they need to do, or like what she needs. She needs like someone that like wants to do like physical shit, like like go hiking, fucking karate and shit. Like,
yeah, what does even Johnny Depp even like to do?
I don't know, like apparently get drunk and I don't know.
Just get
Did
drunk.
you hear like the? Did you hear his?
Cocaine.
Did you hear his response for the cocaine box?
No.
They're like, and this was and this was your cocaine box. Well, I assume it was a good size for cocaine. I wouldn't know.
That was a yes, right?
Like, dude, like this had the best fucking response, and like that's the thing is people are like, this is a complete fucking circus because like there's no way anyone would be able to behave the way like everyone's been behaving in these court proceedings. But it's like this is a fucking circus because it's Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. So it's
yeah. I mean, it's definitely he's definitely the defamation is because
no the defamation suit for sure because again I mean like after a lot of the stuff that's come out and even like kind of like I was watching footage the other day of like him fucking going to a children's hospital dressed as Jack Sparrow and it's like yeah this dude isn't a piece of shit.
Yeah,
like
exactly,
I don't like
yeah.
I don't know what to tell like yeah, maybe he might be a little arrogant and full of himself and, a bit of like, a Hollywood weirdo, but like he's not a fucking piece of shit.
Yeah, he definitely is for the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's a certain type of person that has like that does that cuz
yeah, let him do his fucking cocaine, damn it.
Yeah.
It's LA. not everyone does it, but everyone's cool with it.
Well, not what we did say on the season finale that we hate cocaine.
Oh,
I
sure
mean,
did.
we
It's a
hate
new
we
season.
hate cocaine. We don't hate people that do cocaine.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, we do. And now I'm a heel. So yeah. So technically, I guess. I
yeah,
mean, no. I think I put that correctly. We hate cocaine. We don't
yeah,
hate people that do cocaine.
yeah. I never touched the stuff. The whole situation is, yeah, he definitely should be able to like still work in Hollywood.
Oh,
His
for
reputation
sure.
needs to be repaired, and everyone owes him a big apology. But it really, when it just sounds like they just really just got drunk together, and then the shit just went
I just would like to invite
bad.
both of them here onto the show. Not together, obviously,
Hmm.
but just to talk things
Yeah.
out. One, I want to hear your side of the story, Johnny. You're a great guy. I'd love to
Mhm.
hear what you have to say. I feel like you've been even if you even don't want to talk about it, and you just want someone to have you on the show. Sit there and you know actually have a chat about just life because
Mm.
you seem like a good guy, and I feel like there just needs to be more positive light out you. Amber Heard, if you come on the show, we're gonna fall in love.
Party animals.
Yeah, it's gonna happen one way or another. Sorry, I know I just said a bunch of nice things to Johnny Depp, and now I'm telling his ex-wife we're gonna be in love. But I'm a heel, so that's what's gonna fucking happen.
We get it. We get it. You're the heel.
I was even I was telling him how do I do a hard heel change? Do I call Jordan the N word? And she was like, no, don't do that.
No,
No,
that's
yeah,
not.
it was
That's not a. That's a heel change. That's a career-ending move right
right.
there.
That's I mean,
There's being a heel, and then it's just being.
have you? I'll send you a link to this video. It was this dude in this series of videos about wrestling. So his third video was about heels, and one of the heels he covered was this wrestler New Jack from Smoky Mountain Wrestling. Do you know who New Jack is?
Yeah, I know New Jack.
Okay.
R.I.P. He passed like couple years ago or last year.
So he went into how New Jack was basically a legit racist, just posing as a wrestler. How he showed footage of a promo from the 90s. I thought it was a god tier promo, but I see where some people would be upset, which is after the O.J. Simpson case. He says, and I'd just like to say to my friend O.J. Simpson, keep up the good work. That's 2 down. And I was just like, that is that is the best fucking heel work.
Yeah. And the thing about New Jack, it just didn't really seem like he was a heel. He just seemed like he just said wild shit and did wild shit.
Just one angry son of a bitch.
Yeah, he's just angry and wild and just said whatever he wanted. And he's I don't really think he was a really heel because it seemed like everyone really liked how crazy he was,
And that's just it. Is okay. Well, this is actually a good segue to one of so going into the craziness and just get us off the controversial figure of New Jack. Does pro wrestling / sports entertainment need blood? Do you think it needs that hardcore level of violence? Because I'm the first person. I'm like, fuck anything involving thumbtacks. I don't want to watch that. That shit's oh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it was just supposed to make you feel, it's supposed to.
Which I mean,
supposed to
I
gross you out and all that.
I don't know how much I really need it.
It's definitely a genre of wrestling. There's pure wrestling, and then there's that hardcore backyard wrestling.
I mean, I see where, and if there's blood involved in a match, I'll immediately sense
you will not make it through a GCW.
Well, no, I'm not gonna. It's not like it grosses me out. I mean, I like blood in matches, but it's not something that I need,
Yeah.
Or it's when I see it, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. It depends on
because I see the level of intensity. I don't, the idea where they were back in the day. I mean, blading someone for story. I don't know if that's necessary, or again, having a whole pay-per-view or oh, blood and guts.
Yeah, it doesn't need that much. I don't know. But yeah, that is kind of like GCW. That shit is
What's who's the
they be throwing
who's the guy that uses the fucking pizza cutter?
Nick Gage.
Yeah, Nick Gage. Like what I come on, this is this is snuff film shit.
No, I mean yeah, that was to see that's his lane, that's his street. Yeah, freaking hardcore, freaking pizza cutter, fluorescent light tubes, all that. Yeah, that's GC.
Like
That's all.
that's like microscopic. Like those are microscopic particles that
Yeah, I
like.
don't know. Is it? I don't know if it's like some special glass tubes that they get from somewhere else that's not as dangerous because they literally like make freaking castles out of that thing and then throw them. Yeah, they just make little structures out of light tubes and throw each other through it, and then slam on each other's back, on their heads, stabbing on their foreheads, and all that stuff in GCW. It is gruesome. It is. There's one character who gets a bunch of plastic skewers and just like jams them in people's heads, and then it's just stuck in there. Yeah, it gets hardcore. So it's like a separate genre. Like there are people who want to see that shit.
No, and I get that, and I'm not the biggest fan of like dark characters
Yeah.
in a promotion, but I think there should be a promotion that's like just for dark characters.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just because like I like dark characters, and I generally, because again, like I liked the Fiend, but it's just the feuds they have kind of seem weird because they're feuding with like athletes. Again, like what Alexa Bliss going against Shayna Baszler, that was like I wasn't into that. That was weird.
It's like, yeah, so what? She just this MMA fighter stumbled into
They're just getting haunted now.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's just kind of off.
yeah. It doesn't do good for like the serious athlete because you kind of just take them less serious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it doesn't work.
I just feel like it hurts other people.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, it definitely does.
But at the same time, I
It
still
only-
really like those
yeah,
characters.
I feel like it only worked with the Undertaker. Because I don't know, it's just the way the Undertaker fought. That was still just the
Yeah.
fundamentals and everything.
Well, and again, I think because his presentation was like, so simple.
Yeah.
He was just, a guy in a tank top and
Yeah.
black.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess he had a, more of like a look in the earlier days.
Yeah,
but
yeah. He did have a look in the earlier days, like the purple gloves and the urn.
yeah.
He did bring that back too, but he kind of stopped doing that.
But it also became kind of just like, a callback thing eventually too for him.
Yeah, because he did switch to American Badass.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah,
Which, I mean,
it's the whole hardcore shit. I think it's just started to get more and more like that since when Randy Orton fought Mick Foley,
yeah.
and then it seemed like anyone could do it now. It seemed like it was just Mick Foley's and who they had a lot of hardcore people. Hardcore Holly,
Yeah.
Spike Dudley, the Dudley brothers. I guess they had Terry Funk, Raven. They had all these like hardcore people, and then just grungy hardcore characters that would be in it. I guess like you can put like the Hardy Bros in there too.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it was definitely just like kind of like a separate like league or like class of wrestling, that people wanted to see. But as far as just the actual athlete looking wrestlers go, I just think it doesn't really have to go that far. If you're gonna be wearing like tights and the trunks and stuff, you don't need them. Yeah. Like if you're gonna be hardcore, just wear like a tank top and some jeans, like all in, like it's like a hardcore character would do, and all that. It's definitely got a look to it. It's definitely a vibe. It's a vibe you gotta say.
Yeah, for sure. I say that all, and I made a whole dark faction in WWE 2K. Watch out for my series that'll eventually come. I didn't.
What do you think about Edge's dark
I
fashion.
fuck all that shit. I'm so like over like Edge is so boring. Edge is so boring. I don't care about any of this Damian Priest stuff. I have not enjoyed anything Edge has done.
I think
Period. Since his return, and like I'll go back and watch.
I'm gonna let it play out because I am curious.
I don't know.
So far, it hasn't.
I'm literally like, because again, I rewatched Raw on Hulu, and I literally am fast forwarding through all that shit because I just do not care.
It is long.
Yeah.
Long promos.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, Edge, you can stop talking. We get it.
Yeah, it's like, and
Let's get to the fight.
and like I was already sick of Edge promos before like all this dark shit.
They've been
Because like all his like I don't even know what his promos are like now, but like all his promos were the same. Because I know something he doesn't know.
It's always the same.
Yeah, so it's just.
So we get it, Edge. You've been around for a long time.
Yeah, and I don't know.
A long
I
time.
don't. I'm realizing I'm not much into Damian Priest, but as a heel, fuck Puerto Ricans because I'm of Mexican Hispanic descent, and fuck Mexicans too. I'm a heel, so
yeah, that makes sense.
that's the whole thing now.
Go crazy.
Yeah.
Speak actual native.
But I genuinely like just want to make dissent and like divide the Mexican and Puerto Rican communities because I think like Puerto Rico is owned by the U.S., so technically they are more American than Mexicans, and I just think Mexicans should just like, well, Mexicans naturally kind of do hate all other Latinos.
They do.
I don't. I'm American.
I don't know what's up with that, but they do.
So yeah, but I just think it'd be funny if like the Latin community was just super divided, because they are. So I just want it to be like way more blatant and like, and I just want them to be super unsupportive of each other. And like, and in the season finale, I was like, oh no, let's support Oscar Isaac because he's Guatemala. But I'm like, fuck that shit now. I'm a heel. But you're still a friend of the show, Oscar Isaac. Feel free to come on.
We love you.
I
was telling you, I was like, yeah, he's Guatemalan or something, but it's just like Oscar Isaac. That didn't even sound Guatemalan at all.
No, it was he wanted to go with the white names.
He did, of course. So
That's the only way to make it.
LA.
That's the way you gotta make it.
That's how you do it.
But if you like keep your other names, you're gonna get typecasted into like fucking Si Senor rules.
You would be like Hector.
Yeah.
In like 13 different movies.
Like the dude that played Hector in 13 different.
Yeah.
Oh man. We're gonna come to our show's gonna come to a close. So I'm gonna do what I wanted to do and highlight a musical artist. I want everyone out there to look up the artist Paul Williams. He wrote a majority of the music for the Muppet movie. He wrote the Rainbow Connection. He was one of the writers on. He contributed to 2 songs on Daft Punk's Random Access Memories, which I've said before on the show is one of the greatest albums of all time. He's been recognized as one of the greatest American songwriters of all time. And Paul Williams, he's even been on The Muppet Show because, again, his work with Jim Henson in The Muppet Movie. One of my personal favorite songs from Paul Williams is it's just an old-fashioned love song. Look it up. Paul Williams wrote the Rainbow Connection, an American icon. That is because I want to, don't want to do the thing where I highlight an artist. And we talked about plenty of artists.
We did.
Yeah. So we're gonna call the show here because I don't want my episodes to get too long anymore. Have a good night, everyone. And we had a really good show.
Yeah.
This is season 2, baby.
Banter.
Right.
Season 2.
We're here. We're only going up. We started at the bottom. We can only go one direction. Twirling, twirling, twirling toward freedom. Have a good night, everyone.